airship overhead. No units behind it, though, because they are in what's called tracking mode. This guy has been driving so dangerously that they have decided to back off with
tracking
the units, though there are units in the area. They're just not right on his bumper. Airship, though, tracking it. You see the night sun there. This vehicle does come back as a stolen car. The LAPD's Devonshire Division officers first spotted the car. They ran the plates, came back as a stolen. They tried to pull it over, but the guy took off. And so here we are continuing southbound on the 101 freeway. We picked it up on the 170, and it looks like we're exiting. So it looks like we're exiting here in the Hollywood area. Going to be exiting at Vine from the look of it.
It's over. It's over.
So 101 South exit to Vine. We're going to slow it down just a little bit here, George, as he comes off the freeway here. Going to go under the freeway. We're going to try to catch him there on the other side. There he is. And he might be U-turning.
U-turn.
Back on the freeway. Yeah, it looks like that's what we're going to do. So we're going to be going back northbound now. So we were just southbound on the 101 freeway. Now we're going to go north, just on the other side of these apartment buildings here. We're going to see him pop out on the freeway here in a sec.
What's he driving? Sion?
So again, airship only on this because of the high speeds. So they are in what's called tracking mode or surveillance mode. No units directly behind him, though the units are trailing about a mile back or so, not within his line of sight. And again, this is LAPD's Devonshire Division officers that are in pursuit. And we're now in the Hollywood area, though, so looks like we're exiting again. So we're exiting again, George.
Ooh, almost ran off the highway. Almost ran off the curb.
Barely lost control. And
no headlights.
On surface streets here in Hollywood. This is going to be Whitney Terrace here at Cahuenga. So again, the vehicle is some sort of Ford SUV. So George, he is coming out my side right now, down an alley. So dark alley there. So right behind us, George. And they're going to be going into these windy streets here of Hollywood.
Somebody! Oh! He needs some milk!
Just a bit. He obviously knows he's still being pursued, though, because he's got
the headlights,
the night sun there overhead.
The night sun,
Let me brighten up the image a little bit if I can. It's pretty dark down there. But again, it's some sort of Ford SUV. It was first spotted by LAPD Devonshire Division officers.
Lights are on.
They're still the ones that are in pursuit per the scanner traffic that I'm hearing here. And now we're winding up into these very narrow streets here of Hollywood. I've had pursuits in here before, so it's kind of tough to follow because the streets are very windy. There's lots of trees directly behind us currently.
Going up the mountain?
And we're kind of going to lose him here for just a second as he continues to make his way up these streets again in Hollywood.
The cops gave up.
Airship has his night sun on him there just beyond the trees, and he's going to make yet another turn. So unknown to me if this person even knows where he's going. Again, this started in the San Fernando Valley, kind of the west end of the San Fernando Valley, and now we're weaving our way here through streets here in the Hollywood area.
Bobbing and weaving. Okay.
So continuing here on Holly Drive, gonna see him pop out here the other side. So yeah, this is very difficult to follow, as you can see. Lots of trees, lots of tall homes that kind of obstruct our view here. But he's continuing to make his way through these streets. Again, this is believed to be a stolen car. Adjusting the colors here just a second to see if maybe we can see a little bit better. Pretty dark area here.
That's all we got.
So he's at San Marco now, at Lorenzo. Turn after turn here. So unknown, again, if he knows where he's at. I highly doubt it. This is not an area that most people would be familiar with. And again, because this started in the San Fernando Valley,
what's
I would
he doing now?
Say,
reverse?
He's probably lost. And there we go. We see him U-turning.
No, somebody ran out the house. Where he go?
He might have realized his mistake that he can't get through. I think that's a dead end
street. You gonna reverse
out
of that whole area?
Not a through street is what I'm reading.
Oh, hell no. Nah. Where the cops at?
And gonna try his luck down Odin Street. Again, in the Hollywood area. Oh, here, he's gonna be met by the officers here at the end of the street.
He ran right into the cops,
there
man.
So he's back where you see those patrol units, George,
Come on,
at
what is
about
this?
my 9 o'clock. He might try
Daddy, I like when you scrambling and scraping for shit.
No,
I like that.
You see the officers back in pursuit, so back toward the freeway, George. Yeah, so back toward the freeway, yeah. Paralleling the 101 right now. Right at about right by the cross. The cross at our 10 o'clock.
Cross.
So yeah, fly right off the nose and we'll be right back on it. Keep pushing forward till we get right over the freeway. Northbound 101 at Barham. So he's now northbound on the 101, guys. So we're getting back in position. Coming here through the Cahuenga Pass. You see him there?
He's still going. Is that him? That's a motorcycle. Oh,
so
right
got
behind.
back on the freeway, headed north, making his way.
How do they let him go out of that tiny
pass? We're going to catch him over here near Universal Studios in just a sec.
Yeah, he's flying.
And you see the officers are now back on his tail. Again, they were initially when the pursuit first began, and then they went into tracking mode, so they had to back off. It was airship only, and then he pretty much got lost there in the Hollywood Hills and found his way back out, and now we're back on the freeway. So back here northbound on the 101 freeway coming into Universal City.
All of a sudden, we're getting police chases when school starts. What?
So zigzagging here through traffic. I think he's blacked out. Yeah, it looks like he's blacked out. So no headlights there as he approaches the Lankershim Boulevard exit here on the 101 freeway. So this is gonna put him back toward the area where it all began. We first picked it up off of the 170 freeway at Victory. When he got on the freeway there, he made his way southbound on the 170, then transitioned onto the 101 south, and then exited there in Hollywood where he got lost.
Come on.
So now he U-turned.
Where's everybody at?
Back northbound. So back north on the 101. So we'll see if he gets on the 170 again, or if he stays on the northbound 101. Of course, he also has the possibility to exit wherever he wants, but continuing here northbound on the 101, again, a stolen vehicle pursuit, LAPD behind the car. Okay, here's the moment of truth here. We're going to find out what he's going to do here as he approaches the split.
Nothing. Keep going.
Let's see, what's he going to choose? I think he's going to do 170. Yeah, northbound 170 through the 101.
Headlights on, all tinted windows.
So it's always kind of tough through here because this is where arrivals come in for Burbank Airport. So if we're held for a second, I will let you know. But for now, continuing here northbound on the 170 freeway, coming into areas like North Hollywood, Van Nuys. Eventually, we'll get up to areas like Arleta and Pacoima, if we get that far.
Pacoima.
But yeah, he's blacked out. Blacked out, and we've got a few units behind him. Go ahead, Jamie, I hear you.
I was falling asleep, about to knock out. And then we got this, huh?
Yeah, excellent question. So Jamie, back at the assignment desk at Universal Studios, she was saying we haven't really seen officers use the night sun that much lately, and there's actually a reason behind it. So as of late, they've been moving into tracking mode more often, so that's where the helicopter is in pursuit of the car, and no units are visible to the suspect. And so in being in tracking mode, one of the things they've been doing is turning the night sun off, because even though the suspect doesn't see any patrol units behind him, if he sees the night sun, he's going to put 2 and 2 together and realize, hey, I've still got the helicopter over me. But if he doesn't see the night sun, then he's going to think, I got away scot-free. The helicopter's gone, no units behind me. I'm just going to go ahead and drive on home. And that's when LAPD could swoop in and take him into custody. So that's really why we haven't seen the night sun used that much lately. Clearly in this situation, we're no longer in surveillance mode since the units are behind the suspect. So he clearly knows he's being pursued. So the airship is at liberty of using the night sun in this type of situation. And so we're continuing northbound now, 170 freeway. Again, a stolen vehicle out of the LAPD's Devonshire Division, which is the west end of the San Fernando Valley here. It's a chase that we first heard about when we were downtown, actually. We were coming back from something else. And we got overhead within 10 minutes. The car was just jumping on the 170 freeway at that point near Victory. Near that new NoHo shopping area with the Trader Joe's. He was jumping on the freeway right there, and then we followed him southbound on the 170 to southbound 101, where he exited.
Got ourselves a chase tonight, stolen vehicle.
In the Hollywood area. He made his way up into the Hollywood Hills. He got lost. He turned around and came back to the freeway. So now northbound 101 to northbound 170. And the 70, of course, the 170 rather, is going to come to an end here very soon at the 5 freeway. So he's going to be forced to either exit the freeway prior to the merge with the 5 or continue northbound 5 freeway through Arleta and Pacoima. So I'm hearing LAPD talking about it. They're trying to see if CHP would like to take over, considering that it is on the freeway. They kind of
at high rates of speed, now looking at about 100 miles an hour. And this is the type of driving that will get this driver into trouble, when you're just swerving back and forth in and around traffic.
Wow. Y'all want me to get on camera?
That's not something that we want to see, because that's when accidents happen. There is this bear with us here, just monitoring a couple radio transmissions here as the pursuit suspect stays in the fast lane, approaching the 5170 interchange.
Maybe this is mental health.
Is that one in?
Maybe it's mental health or autism.
Okay, so CHP, that's the first CHP unit we've seen get involved in this pursuit now. And CHP is going to stay close behind this one as well. So it does look like LAPD has handed this one off to CHP. We have another Cybertruck appearance in a pursuit. Okay. That's happened a couple times in recent months. But there's our first CHP unit. So CHP now taking the lead in this pursuit. As you see this semi kind of in the way there, kind of slowing things down for this pursuit driver. Still blacked out, no headlights on. But the driver intent on swerving in and around the, I would say, medium level volume in the 8 p.m. hour, kind of past the rush hour. 1-2 units from CHP now working this pursuit. And we're now northbound 5 now in Pacoima. The next, just hearing official confirmation now. The LAPD area unit is talking on the CHP frequency. So the LAPD area unit is guiding these CHP cruisers below through this pursuit now and talking to other CHP agents further ahead as the vehicle now swerves over onto the shoulder there. That's officially the shoulder. I believe there's going to be the ramp for Osborne coming up next here. No, we're past that ramp. That might be Terabella. Yeah, this is the Terabella off-ramp. Hard turn there. The driver's going to have to slam on the brakes. And the driver will have the option here to go north or south on Terabella. Looks like there's going to be a northbound turn here. There's cross traffic. That traffic having to slam on the brakes, but those CHP units keeping right behind the vehicle. You see other drivers there pulling over, doing the right thing. They hear the sirens, they see the lights, and that's the important thing. Flying through the red light right there. That's Laurel Canyon Boulevard, so Terabella and Laurel Canyon Boulevard. Going in the northeastbound direction here in the vicinity of Whiteman Airport, if you're familiar with the area, Terabella is going to come to an end. It's a T intersection as the driver uses the center median to get around a little bit of traffic here. This is a very residential area. A lot of people just kind of on their way home from a day off, from a day at work probably, and this driver is just flying down Terabella. Not really a street that you'd see children playing in because there is a high volume of traffic, as you see there. Oh, and we're in that T intersection. The driver makes a sharp left turn. I almost think the driver may have sideswiped someone before getting into that intersection. Now we're going to be northbound on San Fernando Road. You see those two CHP units keeping close behind the air unit from LAPD, also keeping the night sun on this vehicle. The drivers up ahead are pulling over, which is what we want to see to prevent accidents from happening. Now making another left turn. That's, I believe, we'll get a cross street for you here shortly. But that's going to be Pierce Street on the northwest corner of Whiteman Airport. And this is kind of a half residential, half industrial area, but a lot of narrow streets, a lot of residential areas, very close to that oncoming traffic right there. The next major intersection is going to be Glen Oaks Boulevard, and Glen Oaks Boulevard will give this driver a little bit more options in terms of other freeways. He could get to the 210 that way, but that CHP unit, again, a little bit of a surprising moment for me because CHP actually staying behind this pursuit even though it's on surface streets now. And that is a little bit of unusual behavior there as well. As we come to a traffic light here that is red, the suspect pulling through a gas station parking lot, going around that traffic light, really erratic driving there through that intersection. That's going to be Glen Oaks Boulevard and Pierce Street, and it looks like the rear bumper is just hanging off the side of the vehicle there, possibly from some earlier contact that this driver had with another vehicle. I think not that far away from here. Going northbound on Glen Oaks Boulevard now, and just as I say that, suspect makes a left turn on Van Nuys Boulevard. We're going to be headed back towards the 5 freeway right now. You saw a little glimpse of LAPD airship right now in the CHP vehicle, looking possibly for an opportunity to perform a pit maneuver right there.
Let's go. Let's get the pit, baby. Let's get the pit. Ooh, sharp turn again.
Another turn now. This appears to be Norris Avenue, I believe. This is in the area of San Fernando Gardens, which is
it's a beautiful place. Crime is
one
low.
of the complexes in the neighborhood here.
If you're thinking of visiting California, this is the place you want to go.
We've seen pursuits end here before, so I wouldn't be surprised if that happens again, if the driver decides to stop and get out and run, because that's something we've seen happen before. We're getting kind of in the center of the apartment complex here. This is San Fernando Gardens, and those CHP units not taking any chances. They're trying to maintain eye contact with this driver, with this vehicle.
How hard can it be?
That does have some rear bumper damage, and there's an LAPD unit
right past them.
Just kind of going through the area there. No doubt they are aware. There's another LAPD unit in the intersection there on the right side of your screen, and that LAPD unit almost having a close call there with the pursuit vehicle as we're just making these left and right turns, kind of zigzagging through the neighborhood here. We're moving a little bit away from San Fernando Gardens now. Left turn now. I believe that's going to be Suter Avenue. Almost coming into contact with some oncoming traffic right there.
Wow.
And now a right turn again. Back in the vicinity of Whiteman Airport.
We got 3,000.
And we're going to come out to San Fernando Boulevard again. That LAPD unit waiting. Not sure if they were possibly planning to do a spike strip there. I did not see one. But I'm wondering if that was going to be the hope at some point.
He's still going strong. Okay.
Now flying down San Fernando Boulevard at a high rate of speed. The next major intersection will be Osborne Street. That is a very busy intersection, but it'll also give the suspect a couple of options there. It's making me a little nervous that that driver's staying in the center median, swerving around oncoming traffic through that intersection, running the red light. Very dangerous behavior here in these very busy intersections.
Cameras not turning on.
That LAPD air unit keeping the night sun on this suspect.
I could re-add it.
It seems like the suspect's slowing down a little bit, even though he's going into oncoming traffic right there, running the red light, making a right turn in front of oncoming traffic. This is going to be Brantford going westbound now. Suspect appears to be slowing down. He's aware that there's no officers behind him, pulling over now.
What's going on?
The driver has to be aware, and there he is. He's out. He's running. You know the driver was aware that the police helicopter is still overhead, so you have to wonder what's going through this person's mind.
He's running. He's running.
It doesn't look like there was anybody else that got out of the vehicle, but that LAPD air unit is keeping a close eye on this suspect. You see there...
he ran by the barbecue and these guys?
Back office of possibly a warehouse or something of that nature, and the suspect just kind of runs in and then runs into one of these businesses. And this is not a situation that LAPD wants. This is not a situation that anybody wants, because once the suspect runs into a building like that,
now you gotta
you see the CHP unit come to a stop. You see an employee run out, pointing to these officers where that suspect ran.
Motherfuckers inside.
And LAPD and CHP, they have to operate on the assumption that this person's armed. Probably a scary situation for that employee there, just working at this warehouse. CHP and multiple officers from LAPD are trying to gather some information about what this business is, what the layout is, and what they're going to have to do. That CHP officer getting out his long gun. And they are going to figure out the best way to make access to
another witness.
Oh, you see another employee running out. You got to imagine that's an extremely scary situation if you're just working the night shift at a warehouse here, and somebody just runs in,
blows us up,
and probably barricades themselves in one of these offices. Curious to see CHP kind of backing away from the building now. We're trying to gather some more information from the LAPD airship and the monitoring the communications of the CHP officers and the LAPD officers on the ground as they now develop a plan of attack here. They're setting up a perimeter around this building. It did seem like the air unit from LAPD got a good handle of the what kind of building they're dealing with here, and if there's any entrances and exits that police would have to be aware of. And they also have those employees that ran out of the building that could possibly help with that information as well.
Come on.
For those of you familiar with the area, this is going to be in Pacoima, just west of San Fernando Road, just off of Brantford Street. There's a couple businesses. It looks like a cargo company.
3-hour standoff now.
And a couple other shipping companies in this business complex. You see their pallets inside, boxes.
Is there other exits? Other exits to the place?
The air unit has indicated to the officers on the ground that there is no known exit in the rear of the building. So that should be some help to these officers knowing that they can then figure out how to take this suspect into custody, knowing that Hopefully he has no way out once he's inside.
Oh, well, it's got 4,000 people. Crazy.
You see there the woman in the blue dress. She was one of the employees inside. On the left side of the picture there, Rob, if we pan right a little bit, that was one of the other employees inside the business. Left, he's talking to officers there.
They didn't seem perturbed at all, the people having a barbecue. Hours long. Standoff.
So you see LAPD and the CHP officers that are on scene here in a mutual aid capacity. They are kind of changing their stance here, knowing that the information they've gotten from the employees that ran out of this business is that there should be no other way out than this garage entrance right here. So that gives these officers a little bit of time. They could figure out a plan. They could see
all night long
what they need, how many people they need before they go in and look for the suspect and take him into custody, hopefully without further incident.
Send the canines.
LAPD setting up to make entry into the building.
Are we sure the suspect isn't in the blue dress? I mean, it is California after all.
Business parks that are really just little warehouses with one garage entry, maybe one small front office door entry. And they are very kind of cookie cutter. There's no back door. It's really just that main garage entrance and then concrete walls separating the businesses. And so that may have actually been a really terrible decision by this suspect to run into one of these businesses, because he potentially has no way out.
Once you already got out.
But as we said, this gives the officers on the ground, those LAPD units, those LAPD officers in the center of your screen, more time to coordinate, gather some information, and when the watch commander gives the word, those officers are going to make entry, hopefully make contact with the suspect and take him into custody.
If they call it, I'm rioting, rolling on the floor laughing.
I don't know. I guess they're waiting on backup.
Once again, you're watching the termination of a LAPD and CHP pursuit that caused quite a commotion here in the San Fernando Valley, up the 170 freeway down into Hollywood for a bit.
Not going in.
Making some close contact.
Not right now.
We did see a couple of vehicles that did seem to be sideswiped, and some damage to the original pursuit vehicle. The vehicle had a bumper hanging off, so we know he did make contact with other vehicles. LAPD and CHP are certainly going to talk to those other drivers and gather their information, because they are now witnesses to the events of this pursuit. The pursuit started as a stolen vehicle call, went up and down Sherman Way, Victory Boulevard, down on the 170, as we said, through Hollywood, exited Vine, came, that's actually the 101, came back up the 101 and up the 170 again, onto the 5 freeway, off to surface streets in the Pacoima area, where we did see the suspect drive very erratically, sideswiping a couple of vehicles, running a lot of red lights before dumping the vehicle right here on San Fernando Road.
Wow.
The driver then ran into this business here that you see with the garage open on the top of your frame there. Now, LAPD and CHP seem to have information that there's no way out of this business. We saw 2 employees of the business run outside after the suspect ran inside. And they apparently told police that, hey, there's just this one garage door, possibly that other glass door in the front there. That might also be connected to the business. But you basically have this front side entrance. As you see now, that CHP unit, excuse me, that LAPD unit setting up in kind of a barricade position at this, facing this garage door.
Really?
And LAPD really taking their time here because, as we said, they know that there should be no way out. There's no back doors to this business, and this garage door is the only entrance and exit to this business. So now LAPD is going to get all their ducks in a row, make sure they're ready for an entry into this building. They always have to act as if a suspect could be armed and dangerous, and that's why they are taking a kind of defensive stance so far before they move in.
Whoa. What happened? Oh, right here. That's weird. What happened? So I guess they're taking a very somewhat defensive approach. There's no other exit apparently, and they're going to approach with caution, which who knows how many hours this is going to take. I say tear gas him out. Send a K9 or tear gas him out. He come out. This whole thing's over. Operation is over. There might be some fear too with the way cops have been getting shot recently. You know, maybe there's some fear. I don't know what this guy or this person could do inside, or they're waiting on backup. Let's see if Ileana's saying anything. Ileana. Yeah, California, this thing right here, this incident could be an all-night incident. Hours and hours and hours long. Even though he has no way to come out, this could easily turn out to an all-night thing, unless the guy surrenders.
Try to sneak a peek here at this business. All I really see are pallets, so hard to tell what type of business this is. I know it is a granite yard in the next lot over, but I don't know that there's any connection between this building and the granite yard.
If you're still watching with us on ABC7.com and all of our ABC7 streaming platforms, I'm Gabe Santos in Air 7 with pilot Tyler and Rob, our photographer. We are watching a little bit of a standoff here at the end of a pursuit.
Standoff, I guess.
A pursuit that ran up and down the 170 freeway, down into Hollywood for a bit, now up in the Pacoima area, in a business district in Pacoima, where the suspect bailed the vehicle, bailed on the vehicle, and then ran into this business. The good news about this particular business unit is that we believe that, you could see there the large LAPD presence here. The original call appeared to be a stolen vehicle call, and that's why LAPD started in this pursuit. You see the CHP units there on scene as well, because the pursuit for a good portion of it was on the freeway, so CHP took over and actually stayed in control of the pursuit through the Pacoima area until the suspect foot-bailed and ran into this garage unit there. We believe that this long building is actually comprised of individual garage units, if you will. Not that large, but the employees that ran out of the garage after the suspect ran in apparently informed officers on scene that there's no back doors or anything like that, that the suspect could run.
They're blocking everything so that
Make an
there's
exit
really
of the
no
unit.
way this guy can get out. Can he get in the attic? Quite possible. We've had that happen before. So they're just setting everything up before they try to approach. He has access to 2 businesses inside, but nobody else is in there with him. Everybody who was in there ran out.
Access to businesses. Okay.
Could you scoot forward more, George? Or you can go back a little.
Is giving officers cover until they receive word that they're going to make entry into this building and hopefully take the suspect into custody. Now, hopefully that doesn't take too long, because as we said, we know that these units aren't particularly large, unless there's anything dangerous inside the building that maybe the officers have been told about.
Kind of cleared it, and then I can still see the door. Yeah, this works right here.
So now we wait once again until LAPD it's basically the way that kind of chain of command works is the watch commander overseeing the situation needs to take in all the information and kind of make a decision on what the officers on the ground need to do and when they need to do it. So we are waiting to see that happen right now. At some point very soon in the future, you will see those officers make entry into the building. Verify if he is still,
K9 on
as we
duty,
said, they have
scanner.
to
I'll
always
check
kind
it out. I
of
don't
deal with
know.
all these situations as if a suspect is armed. So they have to verify that the suspect is no longer a danger and then take him into custody.
What the, oh, the camera finally kicked on? Oh. What the hell? Okay. What the?
So now we patiently wait here for the next move.
We are hearing now that possibly a K9 unit is en route.
Oh, K9.
And that
okay.
would,
Building.
Okay.
Apparently he can't go beyond that, and there's nobody else inside. Everyone who was in ran out.
That's what I said. Send the K9 in. K9s.
The fact that we're hearing that the K9 unit is on the way kind of gives us more of an understanding as to why those officers on the ground haven't made entry quite yet. And it's because they are apparently waiting for that K9 unit to arrive. And once that K9 unit arrives, that will make it a little bit easier for officers to take the suspect into custody if they believe that the suspect will continue to be uncooperative.
They'll of course also give the guy a chance to get out on his own. They'll make announcements, and they'll usually do that in Spanish and in English, just in case he doesn't understand. And if he still doesn't respond, then that's when they can move in and try to take him into custody.
These people don't got kids and shit. It's a school night.
Could become a SWAT situation if they believe
The hell?
he's armed. But at this point, we have no information to lead us to believe that he does. And again, he was wanted for stealing a car, a Ford SUV. And it was LAPD Devonshire Division officers who first spotted the car. It was at around 8 o'clock or so. And that is when they tried to pull him over, but he failed to yield. So he made his way through surface streets, eventually ending up on the 170. He got on south. CHP has their K9 en route, is what I'm hearing.
CHP, K9.
Yeah, so CHP has their K9 en route, is what we're hearing. Which was one of the things I was just talking about, but potentially bringing out the dog. So,
bring the dogs,
as
man.
I was saying, suspect jumped on the 170, transitioned to the 101. He got off in the Hollywood area, made his way through the Hollywood Hills, where he was likely very lost, before getting out of that mess and back onto the 101 freeway. He went north 101 to the north 170, where he transitioned onto the 5 and then exited at Terabella. And then once he was on surface streets in Pacoima, he made his way over to the San Fernando Gardens. Those are those apartments right there off of Van Nuys, just north of Whiteman Airport. And then after driving through the complex, he got back out, took San Fernando Road to the south, and then he made that westbound turn onto Brantford, where he abandoned the vehicle and took off running and ended up inside of this commercial building where he likely scared all of the employees. And they were all running out as we got a visual of the door. Suspect ran in. And apparently he's in there by himself. He has access to 2 units within this very large commercial building. But they're saying that he really has no other way out. The employees say that that open door is the only way in and it's the only way out. So unless he tries to hide in the attic somehow, in the ceiling there, he's not going to have a very easy time avoiding the LAPD or the CHP, who are now working here in conjunction. They're trying to give priority here to the LAPD since this is their jurisdiction. It's Foothill Division. But the CHP is sending their K9 unit over, so if that's the case, then they might have to take the lead. So they're still trying to sort all of that out. But for now, for those of you who live in the area, what you should know is Brantford Street is shut down through the area. That's basically avoided between San Fernando and Laurel Canyon. That's what I would do. So avoid Brantford. Laurel and San Fernando are still open through the area. Instead of Brantford, you can take Sheldon, you can take Osborne, Van Nuys, Terabella. You have some options there, thankfully. And at this time of the night, there really isn't too much traffic on Brantford. It's mostly commercial right through here. On the Laurel Canyon side of it, there are a lot of apartments there, but you can still access that via Laurel Canyon. So at this point, I really won't have too much in the way of a traffic impact for people in the Pacoima area. But again, Brantford shut down between Laurel Canyon and San Fernando Road.
I really think a couple of tear gas canisters inside of this building, the person would come running out. But every time we got to do this whole process and drag it out, hours and hours and hours. And
if you don't steal a car while you're in Cali, do you even tourist, bro?
That's a part of Cali, man.
Seguimos aquí sobre Pacoima, sobre un edificio comercial donde la policía de Los Ángeles, junto con la patrulla de caminos de California, está tratando de encontrar un sospechoso de robo de auto, quien estuvo manejando desde el Valle de San Fernando hasta el área de Hollywood en un vehículo robado, un carro Ford, café en color. Él era la única persona del vehículo. La persecución se fue del Valle de San Fernando hacia Hollywood antes de que el sospechoso se diera la vuelta y regresara hacia el norte, donde tomó la autopista 5 en dirección norte, se salió en la calle Terabella, manejó por las calles de Pacoima hasta llegar a los apartamentos ahí justo al norte del aeropuerto de Whiteman, a los apartamentos llamados los San Fernando Gardens. Y eventualmente, después de manejar por el complejo de apartamentos, se montó una vez más en la calle San Fernando Road, antes de dar la vuelta a la derecha a la calle Brantford, donde abandonó el vehículo y se echó a la fuga, corriendo adentro de este edificio, donde los empleados corrieron para afuera cuando él corrió hacia adentro. Entonces, al momento, la policía de Los Ángeles piensa
I don't know why all this shit starts happening on school nights now. It was dead and quiet for months, weeks.
De la patrulla de caminos de California que llegue a la escena antes de entrar al edificio y tratar de tomar a esta persona bajo custodia. Reportando desde Pacoima, desde el helicóptero, Eliana Moreno, Telemundo 52. Good.
He's probably
About
in
an
chat.
hour, Jamie. And we're right next to base, so we're plenty good. We could glide in at this point.
Damn, she said we could glide in. She's dedicated to this shit. We got an hour worth of gas, and if we had to, we could glide into this bitch. Back to the base. So I guess just now, waiting on K9, the cops, to me, I could tell they had really no intention of going inside. They want to play it safe, of course, I guess, you know. And I don't even think the pit maneuvers, I don't think they even, I think whoever was trying to do the pits weren't really into it. You know, you got to be really into, we're going to stop this person. I think they were a little hesitant or afraid or whatever. And so, so now we're waiting for reinforcements, canines, supposedly
bit, George. We're, like,
no exit
like
out of this place from the other side.
Either descending or falling back.
I guess the perp is just hiding inside in the corner, I guess.
Thank you for staying with us here on ABC7.com and our ABC7 streaming platforms. Gabe Santos with you in Air 7. Pilot Tyler at the controls, Rob, our photographer. We are now in a standoff / barricade situation with a suspect, a pursuit suspect of a
amazing
wanted for a possible stolen vehicle charge. That suspect has ran into this business park, into this garage unit, and has now barricaded himself. So LAPD, with help from CHP, they are now in a standoff mode right now, and they're waiting before they make entry into this business. And once those K9 units arrive, we do believe that LAPD is going to have those canine officers assist in making entry into the business and hopefully take the suspect into custody. We're going to stay with these pictures. Might hear the feed go silent from time to time while we coordinate a few different radio frequencies up here in Air 7. But we will leave these pictures up for those of you watching on all of our various platforms, because we do want to see this come to an end, come to a safe conclusion here.
Thank you to everyone who continues to watch us on special.
In all of these situations, usually time is more on the favor of law enforcement and not so much in the favor of the suspect, because law enforcement has different shifts they can bring in, different officers they can bring in. There's a lot of officers already here that can give the officers that were involved in the pursuit a break, let them stand down for a bit, and take up positions guarding the front entrance to this business. And so LAPD can wait out here all night. I don't believe they're going to, though. It does appear that they're just waiting for those canine officers to get here. They have to respond probably from LAPD headquarters in downtown, I would imagine. And they have their lights, they have their sirens, so they can get here in a matter of, I'd say, probably from LAPD headquarters in downtown, I would imagine. And they have their lights, they have their sirens, so they can get here in a matter of, I'd say, 20, 30 minutes tops.
Man,
and they are already on the way.
Jeez.
They were called out to the scene about 10 minutes ago. And once they do get on scene, we should see officers make entry on this business unit here. And we will hopefully still be with you with these live pictures at that point. We're going to stay over the scene as long as we can safely do so in Air 7.
Where's the National Guard at? Imagine he's not even inside. He somehow escaped. That's happened before. Like they're outside of some place for like hours and shit. All the resources, and then there's nobody inside. Crazy, crazy. I'll be right back. I'm gonna get my little magnesium. Be right back.
That's good there. Again, I can see them. Yeah, sometimes that commercial building just to the left of the screen, it will pop in the frame and then it blocks their view, or our view of them. But I can see them again. So I'm hearing now that CHP units are being released, so this will be LAPD's handle. So you'll see that unit there back away and leave, because that is a CHP cruiser there. And you can tell who's CHP and who's LAPD because CHP officers, they wear all tan here in the state of California, and the LAPD wears all blue. So that's we're able to tell the difference between who's who. Of course, the cruisers themselves are also different, but in terms of uniforms, that's the difference. Jamie, if you can hear me, I have the tape queued up to show you the part that we missed. I can feed that back right now, and then if something happens, I'll just switch back over. Okay, cool.
I think there might be some radio too.
Okay, cool.
Oh,
so
they're
for
replaying?
everyone watching, you're going to see the car back on the
replaying.
move. It's this is all just a replay of earlier. Those of you who are watching know that my signal dropped out there for a couple of minutes, so I still continued to record on board, so we were still overhead as all of the action continued. So I am feeding back the footage from earlier. So that's what you're going to see. You're basically going to see the
other unit available to respond to the north side of this parking lot. In case the suspect exits is northbound towards the wash.
He's very soon going to end up at the San Fernando Gardens. He'll drive around there for a bit and then eventually end up back on San Fernando Road before he ditches the car on Branford and takes off into this. That is what you're going to see here in the next few minutes. Again, this is a replay from earlier, no longer live. The guy's still firmly
so the
in
cop
that
car
building
moving around
somewhere.
So NBC's replaying footage of the chase, but ABC has this live footage in the corner. And you can see they're bringing up another police vehicle up towards the entrance.
Where should I be on? Alright, 6 is with you guys.
Yeah, we're shop 807. Where exactly did you want us? Something that mentioned something about a wash or an alleyway?
I was literally falling asleep. This is
Yeah,
so
you
crazy.
just enter the parking lot where the suspect was last running towards, and just return all the way to the north. I want to keep it at the north side. In case he exits and runs north, he's going to run towards the wash. Hey, Airship, me and my partner are already in the parking lot in the north. Okay, clear light. I'm going to grab my car around, but my partner's still standing down there towards about almost to the end of the parking lot.
You see, he's like shining the light, the cop car shining the light to the other entrance, I guess, or exit. I really didn't think this was going to turn into like a potential standoff barricade, potentially hours. Who knows? No, I don't know. It's just kind of crazy to me. Stolen vehicle. Guy was driving pretty crazy, very desperate. Supposedly sideswiped a couple of vehicles.
So if you're watching our replay, here's where the driver makes his way here through the San Fernando Gardens area. He'll end up back on Pierce Street here.
Hey, Airship, you got my light? I'm by a soccer field.
And then he'll eventually end up on
I got your light.
Road, which is the major thoroughfare
There's
that
a hole over here.
runs
We'll
through
be
the
able
San
to
Fernando
watch
Valley.
them where we're at.
The cop car.
Okay, I copy. Yeah, and you're going to have a blinding white just on the north side of that parking lot.
And then eventually, after he's on San Fernando Road, he won't be on that for long until he gets onto Brantford and
black and white on the parking lot of the soccer field. That's going to be off.
Okay, I got it.
Okay. There's his turn on a San Fernando.
Yeah, we went through the intersection.
Door 33, there's a unit without a job. He's been to the corner of San Fernando with Brantford to release door 31. Take Alpha DP.
Yeah, waiting on K9 and then they'll make announcements and put together the arrest team and move in.
I feel like they used to have the canines so readily available before. Now it's just like, I don't know if they got defunded or there's like less resources. Homelessness is really high in California too. I thought this was like a record number, but I thought they were more readily available. Now they're not that really available. A lot of the criminals get away. Some of these chases, a lot of the chases, these guys get away. So I think they're more emboldened to act crazy. Because one, if they act crazy enough, they'll stop being pursued. A lot of the times the cops call off the chase if they drive crazy enough. If you're not driving crazy enough, they'll keep pursuing you. But if you drive really erratic, sometimes they'll let you go. And so it's like a double-edged sword, because I understand they're trying to protect the public, but at the same time, I think some of these career criminals, they know that.
Gabe Santos here in Air 7. I'm still bringing you live coverage of a pursuit standoff situation here in the Pacoima area. Those two LAPD units are keeping an eye on that open garage door at the top of your screen there. There's more LAPD units blocking the street there, just off of San Fernando Road in the Pacoima area.
That cops ain't want none.
This is the end of a pursuit, a pretty scary pursuit at times that was, you can see there the hard closure there of the street. But it was a pretty scary pursuit at times with the suspect sideswiping other vehicles and driving at high rates of pursuit vehicle originally wanted because it was a suspected stolen vehicle. Merged onto the 5 North through Pacoima, exited on Terabella, kind of went up and down San Fernando Road, pulled off, pulled over, and then the suspect got out and ran into this warehouse. And that is where we've been ever since, with those LAPD officers keeping a close eye on that one entrance to the warehouse. 2 employees actually ran out of the warehouse. I say they're employees because I assume it's some kind of business and the people there were working. That's just a bit of an assumption on my part. But those people ran outside, and they were able to inform officers on the ground that that garage door is really the only way in and out of this business. So the suspect ran inside, and he appears to be stuck inside now at this point because there is apparently no other way out. So now LAPD is in a waiting game right now, and they have made a call out to the LAPD canine units. Those canine units are en route with about, I'd say, about a 10, oh, you know what? As I look out the window of Air 7, I see those canine units traveling northbound on the 170, and they are presumably going to exit on Osborne and head this way. There's about a caravan of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right there on the 5.
Send all the dogs in there.
No,
yeah, let them tear them up.
Oh, but really currently, yes.
I really believe if they would just shoot some canisters of tear gas. I've called this shit before. A couple of standoffs that we've watched, a couple of tear gas canisters, the person will probably come out running, and you arrest them, they'll surrender. But we got to go through this whole process. Because some could argue, you could even argue, I know there's a lot of animal lovers, that you're putting the dogs in danger. Dogs have gotten attacked and all kinds of stuff in the past. I really think some canisters of tear gas, and this guy will come running out, screaming, running. You know, but I guess let's see what happens now with the. I guess they're coming off the highway now. The K9 units, the caravan.
White trucks that say K9 on them, and they have the K9 officers in the back. And there's a few of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. K9 officers in the back, and there's a few of them. 1, 2, 3, 4.
L70 for all units. Be advised, we have a citizen reporting that they are able to see the suspect inside of the warehouse. So keep those bedded down.
This convoy is heading east on Osborne on the way to the northeast, I'd say. This whole area is kind of offset.
16 is around 30 seconds away from the CP.
Kind of, none of the roads are north, south, or east, west. They're kind of northeast and
we can have that crowd
southeast and so on.
Brantford.
But we're going to kind of follow this caravan of the LAPD K9 contingent as they head over to the standoff scene now.
Okay. Well, let's see now what happens.
Yeah, they don't have too far to go. I mean, they usually just respond from the downtown area, and at this hour, once again with their lights and sirens going, they can usually make it up here pretty quick. As we see back to the standoff scene here, you see those 2 LAPD units guarding that front entrance. Once again, we believe that's the only way in and out of this this little garage unit.
There we go. I guess they're pulling up.
And that is going to play into the officer's favor because hopefully they can go inside, especially with those K9 units, corner the suspect and take him into custody without further incident.
I don't think it's a storage unit because there were employees inside. This is an industrial center, is what it says, the Brantford Industrial Center. So I think each unit, operates as a different business. He just ran into the one that had the door open.
Okay, all right, guess let's see.
Yeah, it looks like it's just a building where there's a collection of small businesses in each one.
K9 caravan pulling up. And alligators, man. We need to start doing alligators instead of canines. Well, maybe Florida, you could do that, you know. Less control of that gators, though. Throw in a piece of chicken wherever the suspect is and let the alligators go inside. Or poultry. That would be, if he's not in there, that would be pretty wild. Yo.
Rob, let's widen out a little bit. Where did they, where'd all those canine units pull up? Okay. They're setting up a little command post here. We should be on all of the platforms. Looks like I see us on TikTok.
I see us TikTok.
Let me check that. I just happen to have TikTok up.
Hey, we got TikTok.
And yeah, we're on the app too. It should be on YouTube too. Yes, I think that was that's
3 hours later. Go to sleep and wake up on this later. I guess that's the command. Maybe they have a map, a layout, a plan of attack.
So this is on Brantford. The K9 unit has arrived. We have lots of officers here as well. And I see them talking to some of the employees who are in the building, likely just trying to get a lay of the land of what things look like inside before they, of course, try to approach with the K9. I haven't seen them bring the dog out yet, but he's there in the vehicle. So from there, it's a short little walk over here to the entrance of this unit where that suspect was last seen running in. And again, this is some sort of business. There were employees here at the time. They all ran out when the guy ran in. Unclear if he's armed. We have no information to lead us to believe that he is or isn't. So, of course, LAPD is going to have more knowledge about that, about whether they believe this person was armed. For example, we don't know if the vehicle was taken in an armed carjacking, for example, or if it was simply a crime of opportunity where the vehicle was left running and the guy just didn't took off. So
you're looking at the contingent of LAPD that is formed on Brantford Street. Brantford Street now closed between San Fernando and Laurel Canyon Boulevard.
So I hope that the suspect is still inside because they have this very elite tactical team with canine units, maps. They got the employees there helping out with the plan, the tactical attack, and they have the best of the best there. So hopefully the suspect is actually inside, because they're planning a very strategic, methodically planned insertion with top of the line experts.
On scene here now, presumably, excuse me, giving them a layout of the land and giving them an idea of possibly any locations where the suspect may be able to hide.
It looks kind of small. That thing looks like a little shack. How big could that thing be?
There's the LAPD air unit down low. The LAPD helicopter usually stays at about 500 to 700 feet, pretty low to the ground. Whereas us in Air 7, we're about 2,000 feet, and that's not 2,000 feet above the ground, that's 2,000 feet relative to the Pacific Ocean, because that's what we use in the aviation community.
Tony says the scanner says they see the guy inside. Was he peeping around the corner?
And once again, we're now in this standoff mode where LAPD is gathering information and they are working on that plan of attack, which hopefully...
Literally plan of attack.
11 airship.
Should result in the suspect being safely taken into custody, and hopefully that
yes,
happens.
Sir, give you the plan. We're going to take one K-9 team, K-9-11, into the business where the suspect was last seen and start clearing it.
Okay.
City, high copy.
Better run. They're coming for you.
And I will chime in as the situation warrants.
Imagine that. Employees like to help him escape.
News. Great, thank you.
I gotta get back to my speed dating, man. I was falling asleep watching my speed dating on TikTok. I was listening to Kirsten. Oh, man. And this happened. Crazy.
Jamie, we've still got company. There's 3 of us.
Test, radio check. Loud and clear.
Speed dating is my new TikTok obsession. I watch Kirsten and I watch Sammy. Oh, and Shadow too sometimes. But lately I've been watching Kirsten a lot.
Be advised, we have the suspect's sister here at 12567 Brantford. She says she knows where the suspect is located, doesn't want him to be hurt.
Somebody says she knows where the suspect's at, doesn't want him to be hurt. But we have the cavalry here now.
Air copy, and they got just step by. Cannon's en route.
Yeah. Parker said, I love
Tom,
speed
I don't know if you want me.
and dating.
Disregard.
Oh, shit. Yeah, there we go. What's going on here? Barbecue was interrupted.
Oh, here we go.
Okay, we got one. We got one. He's
Yeah,
a little
I don't know if
skinny.
it's going out. Switch.
Used to be
Headset.
Belgian Malinois, I want to say.
What do they call it? Yeah, Malinois. What they call it? Is it peeing right now? Or pooping? Malinois. I remember one time I messed up. Somebody said, "Oh, it's
CP to airship. What's your designation?
Belgium Malinois."
Air 60.
Kind of joking with somebody. Like, oh no, it's not a German Shepherd. It's a Malinois. That's the same shit. She's like, no, it's not. No, it's not. No, and a lot of people came for me. I guess it's like a type of German Shepherd, but they were very. Don't mess with the dog people because they're very apprehensive. I was like, oh, it's the same shit. They're really good dogs, though. They're really good dogs. Well, I don't know about that New York dog that attacked that guy that got out of the car.
He forgot his helmet, so now he's going back.
They look a little skinny, though. What are they feeding? What are they feeding the dog? Mel and Noah. It's Belgian. Don't disrespect the dog. I thought the cavalry was going to have like 3, 4, 5 dogs or something. I said send them in all at the same time. That's what I think. Send them in as a pack. Melanoma.
Quick look back at the scene.
Melanoma's it's so horrible though for people.
Status quo here in Pacoima, the north end of the San Fernando Valley, near where the 170 and the 5 freeway come together. Before you start to make your way up into the Newhall Pass and areas like Newhall and Santa Clarita, we are adjacent to the 5 freeway. Nearest exit's going to be Brantford, actually. So the street where this activity is on is not far from the 5 freeway. The suspect made his way down San Fernando Road, made the turn onto Brantford. That's where he abandoned the vehicle and then took off running into this commercial building, making his way into that open door. The employees of that business ran out. He ran in, and he's still in there. And the employees are saying there's really no other way out other than that door. So that is why officers are posted up here right at the front. They're waiting for the canine. We did actually see him. It looked like his handler forgot something back at the vehicle, so he just reversed course to go get whatever that was. So we should see him approach the building again here, hopefully in the next few minutes. But you can see the large contingent.
Yeah, sorry about that, Ruby.
Hey, Tom, you want to start using Alpha?
That is shut down for you folks who live in the area. Brantford shut down between San Fernando Road and Laurel Canyon, essentially. And here's the dog again. So let's give that another try as he walks back to the unit now. And again, they were waiting for the canine before they moved in to make the arrest.
Okay, canine's coming back.
Assembling an arrest team.
Back.
They will make announcements in both Spanish and English to make sure that the suspect understand what is being asked of him. And if they don't get a response, that is when they will move into the building and try to force him out. So we will see what happens here in the next few minutes.
So English, Spanish, and then the canine. I hope he has it in him though, because I don't know, that canine looks a little kind of light to me. But they're strong, I guess. This whole part here could take a while too. The whole announcement thing. Oof. Belgian Malinois. Bell size shaming. They need to feed that dog, man. Got him on a vegan diet out there in Cali. So I thought I saw the guy. Looks like he had some megaphone in his hand. Somebody had a megaphone.
Did you say loudspeaker, Jamie?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Megaphone. Yep, you're right.
I sent you another good speed dating show. I can't get enough of them tears of joy. Thanks for streaming.
Verify you completed an announcement.
Thank you, Jess. I'll check it out.
Yeah, they're making announcements, waiting to see if they get a response. They are likely telling him, if you don't come out, we're going to send in the dog.
And Black White, I need my light. Just verify that you guys completed an announcement for data.
To these suspects, and sometimes the threat alone is good enough.
Roger, can you give me that announcement and just notify CP with your information?
Sometimes it's not, and then sometimes the dog does bite, and it does hurt. And the suspect ends up going to the hospital before going off to jail. So we'll see what happens in this circumstance. Hopefully no one does get hurt. And he responds.
Can you repeat your last?
He comes out and.
Yeah, to the end to the rear, Keenan needs you to complete that Keenan announcement.
He's been hiding for.
And then provide the CP with your information.
Yeah, the threat alone. I mean, I wouldn't want to get bit by one of these dogs, but the threat alone.
I can need your serial number.
You would think would be enough, but maybe not. You know, some
Can you
people.
hear one more time?
We got to learn the hard way. Some people need to get bit, or maybe he thinks he's going to fight the canine off. Maybe he thinks he has a chance. He's being. We'll see.
CP. Also, an announcement was done from shop 83918. Serial number is 45566.
Announcement was done.
Copy. Where's your location?
Run for the business, base 19. You gonna do one at the doors we step?
Roger, where the open door was. Canine 40 to the airship and the perimeter units. We're going to be starting our service now, so limit your radio traffic to emergency and tactical information broadcasts, and use your divisional frequency for any administrative broadcast that you may have. Now, if there are shots fired or a suspect seen running inside the containment area, do not enter or break down the perimeter unless you're being directed to do so by the airship or Canine personnel only. Canine 40 to 11, you're good to go.
Okay, K9's good to go. Here we go. Are they going to proceed in? Oh, we got 2 dogs or 1 dog there? Oh, we got 1 dog. Oh, they let the dog in. Let's go, baby. Canine time. It's time to let him in. Canine time. Shit, they let it out. Sparky, go. It's time. It's go time, man. No more waiting. Let's see if he comes running out. We got time.
Canine 40 to 11, I text you the suspect.
Sparky came out.
Cape Santos and Air 7 back with you all on ABC7.com and all of our streaming platforms.
Let's go. What's he doing?
We are seeing some movement now that the LAPD canine units have arrived on scene. We do see that LAPD canine officer there first in line there in that group. And there he goes, the canine unit making entry inside this business unit now. You see those officers checking the side doors there.
He might not even be in there.
And waiting to hear back from their canine companion. And the canine has now exited the building. It does appear that maybe the canine did not make contact with the suspect.
Don't seem that interested. Is there nobody
and
inside?
these other officers may have to go in as well.
Yeah, he's searching around. He's kind of like not interested in anything.
LAPD now making full entry into the building. We're told that this is just a small garage unit with no other entry or exit.
Okay.
However, with a lot of these units, there may be shipping businesses. They have a lot of boxes and storage and possibly a lot of places where an individual can hide if given enough time to do so. And this pursuit came to an end almost an hour ago.
The glass door. Can you step in by the big roll-up door and then cover the roof line right here?
You see some cardboard boxes there, those wooden crates. For all we know, the suspect could be inside of a box or inside of a shipping container or things of that nature. Any one of these possibilities.
Who did he?
But we do see these officers kind of taking a little bit of a relaxed stance, which gives me the impression that they have not yet made contact with the suspect, but we're monitoring.
Where did he go? Got to be in there somewhere, right? There's no exits, supposedly.
We're monitoring the LAPD frequencies to await word on what they find inside this building.
You watched that, right?
A 1 to 40. Hey, we are going to have 4 in with us. They are not going to be actively part of the search team. They're going to be posting only.
40 copies, thank you.
Hey, can I get 2 more trailers? Step in.
A couple more officers making entry there. Past the wood pallet. This may be quite the intricate layout inside what is probably a simple business rental unit.
Where did he go?
Looks like there's probably a lot of shelving in there, a lot of places where somebody can hide, and a lot of places where these LAPD officers and possibly the canine unit will have to search.
In that second room?
Light switch, second room. So really hit himself well if he's in there.
Yeah, 40, ask him. It's the part of it that has the U-Haul trailer in it.
So the light switch should be to your left. As you go in, there's a bathroom on your left past that ladder. You have a switch right around those boxes.
A couple more LAPD officers making entry.
Yeah, I think it's strange that the canine just didn't seem to have any interest.
There's one at the right door. Oh.
What did he send? He's not even in there. Look in the red box.
Yeah, the RP says the light switch is right by the bathroom.
Light switch. crazy. That's crazy.
Hey, Jamie, they're still looking. They're going room by room. They're currently looking in the bathroom. They have a layout of the building, so they know where everything is, where he could potentially be hiding, but they haven't found him yet.
Haven't found him yet. Layout of the place. Searching the bathroom. There we go.
That works there, George. And I've got one helicopter super high on my side. Oh, it's Channel 9, I think, is out my side. Channel 9's up high on my side, like super high. Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, he's over here next to us.
I guess this place is huge. Must be huge, I guess. Bigger than you can. He's gonna. I would have thought, yeah, the canine would pinpoint where he's at or start barking or whatever.
Hey, officers are in front of the location. Make sure everybody is around the black and white that we gave the announcement. Do not be towards the black and white where we were not standing by, because you're going to be in our backdrop.
And K911, those officers are they're repositioning.
Yeah, just make sure that they're not deep in the driveway where that second black and white was, because if so, they'll be in our background here.
Roger.
There's like a portal or something. The guy took a portal to another area or some shit. Yeah, these guys are kind of a little lax a little bit. These two guys are, I guess, because of all the cops ahead. Skinwalker. Despawn. Yo, this is crazy, man. Who knew we were going to be here almost? We're an hour and a half in.
Climb a little bit, George, or push forward. Okay, cool. Because I don't know if you can see in the shot how we've got a building here and it blocks it. Yeah, I think that's what happens.
We're seeing now
ABC's really
some movement there from LAPD. It looks like he's getting a bullhorn.
You know, 1 to 40.
There's a couple possibilities.
Announcements and early warnings at a van.
Fully copy.
Turning himself in willingly. I'm a little surprised that maybe the warehouse is big or tall enough where they would need a bullhorn.
Right.
But officers have to use all tools at their disposal. We have a number of units from LAPD Mission Division and Devonshire Division where this pursuit started. In this pursuit, but I do believe CHP has since left the scene. And now officers continue in this waiting stance, appearing to continue to make call-outs to the suspect.
Van, do they have the keys to it here or anywhere else?
Owner to the van.
I do hear on the police
behind the van
scanner that
room. Inside that room, there should be a bunch of keys on the wall. A key box on the wall.
Air 7, we've been airborne for
George, are you ready to leave first?
nearing 2 hours here.
Disregard the keys.
So we're looking at about 10 more minutes here in terms.
Very close by here, and we're going to get some fuel and be right back if this guy is still not in custody. But officers are in there with the canine.
We do apologize if we have to pull away from these pictures.
They're all in the same cycle. They all lift up in the air.
There comes a point where we will need fuel.
Is Fox up in the air?
We'll need fuel.
How do they all go at the same time? Oh, I guess they all went up at the same time. They usually last about 2 hours. Maybe that's what it is. At the same time. Eliana said they're right by the airport or whatever at their base. That's crazy, dude. I didn't think that structure was that huge and big that they even brought in a loudspeaker inside. Wow. Okay, Cal got off already.
Copy.
Send the National Guard. Oh, what's that? The morning alarm to go to school.